Tara Garvey, and this is Crash Course Art History. Today we're going to learn about how the artwork during Rome's early empire reflects a state's stability and ideals. Miss Garvey, doesn't SPR barbecue sauce come from Rome? No, me from the past. You're thinking of SPQR, which stands for Senatus Populusque Romanus, one of the mottos from the Roman Republic. So today we're going to look at the works of art and architecture during Rome's first two dynasties while trying to answer a question. What do these works tell us about Roman culture and the stability of the empire?
The Romans were heavily influenced by the Greeks. As the saying goes, Rome conquered Greece physically, but Greece conquered Rome mentally.
It's true that Athens gave them Socrates, but let me remind you that the Greeks also killed him. Well, they forced him to commit suicide. Whatever. The Romans wisely innovated on their own. As discussed last week, Julius Caesar transitioned the Republic to an empire. Caesar's adopted son, his great-nephew, Octavian, took over the empire after a bloody civil war and changed his name to Augustus. Augustus faced a difficult task: maintain Republican ideals to assuage the aristocrats while extending imperial control and proving his authority. No work accomplishes this better than the Augustus of Prima Porta, a statue of propaganda.
The emperor is portrayed as both orator and general, and represents a self-confident, dominating, and above all, youthful figure. The iconography of this statue emphasizes the power of Rome embodied in the emperor.
Now I know what Augustus is thinking. Why is this baby attached to my leg? But Cupid serves as an important reminder.
Augustus traced his lineage back to Aeneas, a son of Venus along with Cupid, and thus confirmed his descent from the gods. At the top of Augustus's breastplate, a sky god spreads out a canopy, which indicates that Augustus's reign is under the protection of the gods. Finally, the reliefs from below the canopy associate the emperor with the earth, an implied reference to Roman territorial conquests.
The stability Augustus provided fostered artistic innovation, one example being the Pantheon. The Pantheon is really cool because, well, there's a hole in the ceiling, and the ceiling is a dome. But trust me, there's more to it than that.
The Pantheon consists of a traditional rectangular portico and huge concrete rotunda.
The transition from the rectangular portico to the cylindrical rotunda imitates the transition from a Greek temple to a Roman space.
Walls contain niches, each one from a different deity, with Corinthian columns supporting alternating triangular and round pediments.
This is significant as a nod to the Greeks, who epitomized a triangular pediment. Also, the Romans identified their own gods with Greek counterparts and adopted Greek iconography. Haven't you ever wondered what the difference between
Zeus and Jupiter is? Or between the Odyssey and the Aeneid? Or between a Greek gyro and an Italian combo?
The rounded dome, a classic Roman architectural innovation, symbolizes the sky and was originally painted blue.
Its bands diminish in size, causing an optical illusion of greater height, leading to the oculus, or eye, which is the sole light source of the rotunda. Each citizen's prayer relies on this one light.
Symbolically, the Romans relied on their emperor, their light source from the heavens, to guide them. Either that, or they didn't have enough material to fill up the top of the dome, and then realized they forgot windows, so they might as well leave the top open. But while this may be the first convertible, the Romans definitely invented the retractable roof on the Colosseum. Oh, it's time for the open letter. An open letter to the Colosseum. But first, let's see what's in the secret compartment today.
Yeah! It's a lot of tickets in the club tonight. What? But it's gonna be alright. Yeah. Cause me and my clique, we don't give a fuck. Trick Daddy.
Dear Colosseum, I wish you could see what you've become.
An old, broke-down tourist attraction in a country shaped like a boot.
And the government won't even fund your reconstruction. Poor Colosseum. But maybe you were destined to the same fate as your namesake, the suicidal Nero. There is no doubt you are a great architectural and symbolic feat.
With your columns arranged in order of visual as well as structural strength, your outer wall carrying the viewer's eye upward, and the repeated round arches of your circular arcades directing the eye around the building.
But you've amounted to nothing besides a location for a Pepsi commercial.
Featuring Britney Spears, no less.
I hope the Italian government restores your glory. But until then, wear your squalor with pride. Best wishes, PG. Before I wrap up, I must mention Roman portraiture.
The Romans added commemorative and narrative types based on history rather than mythology to Greek idealized artwork.
They commemorated the actions of a particular individual and sought to preserve the features of their subjects. These ideals infiltrated the Romans' architectural approach.
An example of commemorating an actual, specific procession can be seen in the Arapacis.
This altar celebrates the Pax Augusta, or Peace of Augustus, after the emperor made peace with the Gauls.
Containing images of good government and family lineage, the altar explores an interesting Roman ideal, the encouragement of traditional morality.
Augustus believed so strongly in the family as an important institution, he granted tax relief for large families. You think Octomom is famous now? Imagine the headlines about her if she was a Roman. And oh, how the times have changed. China instituted a one-child policy just 35 years ago. And on whose recommendation? That's right, the Club of Rome.
Finally, the Arapacis is significant for its veristic depiction of a child.
Children, during Augustus' time, implied a stable succession for the government.
Also, the child suggests the artist's careful observation of human nature. See his chubby rolls of fat around his ankles and dimpled eyebrows and knees as he tugs at the adult.
Hey, I'd want to be carried too the morning after a crazy Roman toddler toga party. So what do these works tell us about the Roman culture and the stability of the empire?
This approximately 100-year-old period of the Julio-Claudian and Flavian dynasties was a golden age of Roman culture and art.
The architectural innovations were only possible because the citizens felt safe in the stable political environment the emperors created. These emperors were so great, the artistic focus was deservedly placed on them and their specific likenesses. Thus began the Roman observational period, advancing the importance of specific individuals. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week. Crash Course is produced and directed by Jason Levy. Our supervisor is Serena Matthew. Makeup was done by Bhadresh Sridhar. The script was written by our team with the help of our textbook, Art Across Time. Thanks for watching Crash Course. And if you're ever having a bad day, just remember that Peter O'Neill got a 4 on his AP Lang exam.
No wonder everyone